My microphone's in the wrong spot. That's fair. You know, I'm trying. I'm trying to get a bunch of stuff together, so it has been a morning, a little bit of chaos. I forgot my timers. I was gonna do an animation, and then I decided I felt like I had a bit too much to do today. So we're gonna work instead, because why not, you know? So we have a kobold and a mech suit here. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm trying to find any of the last references I have. I think I drew the other one that I'm thinking of. Do, 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 do. Alright, nah, the one I drew is really stylized. And I'm pretty sure this is the reference I drew it from. So I'm not getting any new information other than grabbing how I already interpreted the design, but meh. Do you guys want to see it? I might as well pull it up. It's a reason to show off my art. Why the hell not? Which year was it? Did I guess correctly? No, I did not. It was in 2023. It was. Where'd I save? There we go. No, that's slightly different. That is not the same armor. Still pretty cool though. I don't think it is. We have some different design elements going on, so. It's still a fun one. Alright. So. Oh no. Alright, so I thought I was going to be able to actually go a little faster than I thought on this. There's no details mapped out. I'm gonna have to mark some stuff down first. It's all good, it's all good. Alright, so let's see. Oh, I made the I made the post on Blue Sky, but I didn't post the post. There we go. Hey Bootsy, hey Deathlight. Okay, let's pop out the chat so I can see what is up. A little easier. Perfect. Okay, I think we should be good to go. Yeah, okay, so I thought I was ready to start doing the line art on this. I am not. That's fine. I got the proportions down. Oh my god, that looks like that one scene in Deadpool. So essentially the idea here is that there is a kobold inside this armor, and so she's got limb extenders similar to Peridot. God damn it, it's Peridot. It's so Peridot. Oh, it's painful to say it that way. Peridot. That's not how you would say it, but it's her name. So you say her name that way. It's a tomato thing, I suppose. Anyways, Alright, so where the hell We have the head on one layer, we have this on one layer. Alright, so I'm just gonna put this on a lower. Alright, cool. And then I'm just gonna map some of the details. Was there a larger... Oh, there was more stuff. Yeah, I believe this still works. Alright, so, just wanted to see if I had anything else going on. So this is like multiple characters. Yes. Yeah, alright, so that looks like, oh, just hide the refs for a second. I think no matter what, with the rest of the composition of the image, that this pose is fine. But I think before I move on to any other bits, I need to confirm what I'm doing. Ah, and I made tea this time. Hey Malik, how's it going? How's Wednesday? It's very Wednesday. I had the closest approximation to tomato soup I've had in like 6 years, so I'll count it as a pretty good one. Alright, so now I do want these, but I'm going to put them in their own folder so we can just toggle the folder on and off. And not the images. Rad. Also, we can totally mute the music. Unless you guys like listening to it. I just wanted to make sure when I go to any BRB screens that there's some kind of sound, you know, so I don't come back and then everybody's like, oh no, what's happening? Except now I have no music. Yes, you know what that means. Wizardry, hold on. Where's my earbuds? Oh no, that's what that means. Where the fuck are those? Let's see if I remember where I put them. If I'm just... Yeah, first guess! Oh my god. Sorry, I thought I was fucked. I was like, it's gonna be a minute. I'm gonna have to find these. Nope. First guess. Alright, fantastic. Now I can have some music in my ear. And you're welcome to turn on whatever jams of your own you'd like to listen to. I feel like the same... the DMCA issue is what really sucks. It makes it difficult for me to do too much. Oh god, I'm tangled in my cable. It's difficult for me to really do too much about what I can play on stream that doesn't get the stream like DMCA'd, which affects like monetization would go to them instead of me, etc. So that kind of defeats the point a little bit. I don't know. Don't notice the music that much except for when I BRB. The volume's up a little bit more. The hope being that, like I said, if I do have to run off for a second, I I don't jump scare anybody when I come back. Alright, so this is where we're gonna do... Wait. Wait, those are different. Alright. I'll reference the other one if I have any questions about how they broke something down. But there's some discrepancy there on the shoulder pauldrons. So instead of getting confused about the differences, I'm just going to focus on the ref sheet. Whenever I get conflicting info, I just default to the ref sheet unless I've been told otherwise. Sometimes I'd say it like, hey, this one's my favorite hair, this one's like my favorite body. Can you kind of like incorporate the favorite things about these different commissions? And like those kind of notes are always helpful too, especially if like a character is drawn inconsistently. Just noting which one is sort of like the main reference for features like that is always helpful. Because like it's not that there's anything wrong with it. It's sort of like it's making a copy from a coffee. Making a copy from coffee. Don't do that. Making a copy from a copy. The further you go, you sort of deteriorate the integrity of the information, and so. God damn it, the coffee thing made me forget the fuck I was talking about. I'm surprised I got that part out, though. I think you guys know what I'm talking about, even if I didn't. Son of a bitch. Anyways, go draw the fucking lizard now. Time to yell at the bold owner. Boat. Now, we're just gonna default to the pauldrons. Sometimes other people... Oh, that's what I was saying. It's somebody's interpretation from this to that. So rather than take an interpretation of an interpretation, I make my we almost made it. My interpretation from the original. Why am I like this? You know, I've always stumbled over my words and been super embarrassed about it. And I don't think I ever would have chosen to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go speak in front of people on the internet. But, you know, here the fuck I am, so I just got over it. This is where I am, and this is what I'm making of it. And so now I just look at it, I'm like, yes, I just did that in front of people. All right, yeah, forward. It's all the same reason I'm fine with drawing some scrunkly art sometimes, maybe. Just have a moment, move on. It's fine. Like the 9 Inch Nails song. Wait, which? We got there in the end. We did. I think I did actually finish my thought. It's very sadly impressive. I try my best. I try. All right. So, this is not facing the right way. I'm going to flip. Is it? Oh, I have one question. Oh, are the pauldrons symmetrical? They don't look symmetrical. The other one did draw them symmetrical. That is a question I can't do. Alright, sorry. I was typing. I thought you didn't want to listen. So I muted my microphone. Then I realized it was just dead ass quiet. Alright, so I'm gonna flip the... No, I don't want to flip it. Ah. I'm going to copy the face and flip that so I don't get confused on the part that I'm trying to do. Everything else seems pretty symmetrical except for... God, how'd I do that? No. Yes. Alright, cool. Yay! And then we flip it. Flip it like a cheeseburger. Sorry. So one time, there was a manager who was super antsy, and while I was working, I could hear him going, and he was just on the people on the grill, and he'd be like, flip it, flip it, flip it. You need to flip it, and the cheese, and the cheese. So every time I say I need to flip something in my brain, I'm just like, flip it, flip it, flip it, and the cheese. So for the love of God, if I ever break and I finally say it out loud, that's what's going on. It's an inside joke from forever ago. Oh shit. Just the franticness. Like the burger's gonna catch on fire in those 3 fucking seconds, man. The egg is going to explode. You need to flip it. Flip the egg. Flip it or we're all gonna die. Why aren't you flipping it? Flip it, and the cheese. Okay, sorry. I just had to have them. It's been a long day. Doing very serious stuff. I did all my back end bullshit and number crunching and all that fun shit. So, you know, we just gotta get a little goofy, I guess. So now that we're done flipping the kobold, and I have to explain why the kobold now needs to come with cheese. Oh shit. It was when I played Overcooked, it was one of my favorite things. Because I think you did have to like put cheese on the cheeseburgers and stuff. So it's just, oh my god. Oh, I should play Overcooked again. That was amazing. I love that game, and it's been a while since I've played it. The zombies aren't stressing me out enough anymore. I need the fear of burning my food. That would be a fun game to watch. Overcooked. Oh no, I am that game. So one of the reasons why I'm good at the things I've done is just because I like to do things as efficient as possible. Like, I'm not lazy in the way that I don't want to do things. I'm lazy in the way I don't want to do extra work that I don't need to. So if I feel like there is time being wasted, I try to find better ways to spend it, or how to like increase the efficiency. And it's fun for me. Like how and it's a different form of like numbers go burr for people who like crunching their D&D characters, or people who like getting the infinite loops and magic. You know, same flavor. There's something about just getting that like perfect synergy for the whatever it is in the kitchen. And oh my god, that game will test your friendships. Can you can you communicate in an emergency? I don't know. You can find out. Like Mario Kart, there's a little bit of communication, but it's a lot of competition. Overcooked, like you need to have one person sort of calling the shots and everybody else doing their parts, because if somebody steps out of the like mechanics of it and does a different part, then like it backs up a different, and it's like, oh no. So I've had some time where playing with somebody I got like a communication style down with was pretty good. And I've had times where I've played with new players where it's like, okay, because they're mostly following like whatever, so I have to put my bandwidth into like telling them what things that they need to be on. But for the most part, they're like, oh, what the fuck do I do? So they're not doing stuff that they don't need to be doing yet, or they're not doing the stuff that's allotted for like, oh god, it's so hard to explain if you don't know what, like, how the game works. There's different parts of the kitchen, and there's different parts to the process. So sometimes you need to stay in one area and do one part of the process, and so something will start burning, and instead of trusting the person in that area to go get the thing that's burning, someone drops what's in their area and runs over there, and then whatever they were supposed to be like mixing gets like overmixed and the mixer fries, and then they're like, oh, my shit broke, and it's like, well, take a deep breath. You needed to stay by the mixing stand, and the other person needed to be the one grabbing the stuff. Like, it's okay. Take a breather. And then it's just like everybody's trying to like be the one to call the shots, and it's like, oh god. So it's that too many cooks. And it's like, it's still fun and it's still chaotic. And when you have enough people who know what they're doing, you can still like get through some of the levels pretty good. But that game is chaos incarnate. I'm trying to get like 2 of my friends to play, and neither of them played it. And I'm like, all right, I played this a bunch. I bet I can talk them through this. So if I can figure out, like, and they get the process, it's like, okay, basically I will be the lead chef, and we all fit in the process. And then if somebody else is like, cool, I got this, I'll, like somebody else can call the shots and stuff. But it's really about making sure that one person is taking the lead, or like everybody's kind of assigned to be a cog in the system there, or else it just like fucking stuff catches on fire, and then you're, oh man. Oh, and there's a couple of there's a couple of them, like one of the pizza ones where the timer doesn't start until you like put the first pizza in the oven. So you can sit there and you can fill every surface with a pizza. And then as soon as you deliver the first one, the timer starts. So you can sit there and cook like, oh god, I think it's like 20 to 30 pizzas. And you just deliver the first one, and then it's just this fucking mad dash of delivering pizza after pizza after pizza. And you're like, there's one where you're launching each other in a little cannon to get up where you deliver it. So you're just like, it was so fun. And when you play solo, it has you basically play 2 of the same character, and you press a button that lets you sort of toggle. God, I wish I had it on Steam and it wasn't on the Switch, because to play it on the Switch and stream it, I have to download, or not download, I have to move the Switch and like, screen capture. I have to use the screen capture for it. I was really struggling with what the fuck it was called. I was thinking of my capture card, and then it's just, I'm trying to figure out this piece of the horn right now, so that's kind of what's taking the bandwidth. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, Overcooked is a lot of fun. But yeah, I have a lot of fun just trying to like perfect processes. Like, even before I worked my manufacturing job, I was doing jewelry work and metalworking, and I was basically told I was paid on commission. So the more pieces I got done, the more I got paid. And all I was doing was the chains for necklaces. And I produced a process, and I was able, because I mean, let's see, what was it? It wasn't anything crazy. It was just like a little bit of side work, right? But like in high school, it was enough for me to buy my prom ticket, you know? And so essentially, I think it was like $1 each or something like that. And it was like, okay, everybody else it makes like 8 or 9. So try to shoot for that, but whatever, you know, the more you do, as long as they're good quality, that's, you know, I was like, cool. And I was like told to not duplicate the end pieces, because one of the mistakes would be like adding 2 of the lobster clasps or something like that on a necklace. And so I developed a process so that didn't happen. And they were like, what the fuck? I brought the record from 9 up to 15. And so, like I said, it wasn't like it wasn't like a crazy hourly wage or anything. It was something I did for like a couple of hours here and there. And so it amounted to at least being able to afford my own prom ticket and like my own dinner, which I felt really good about. So it was like some spending money, but for the time that I spent doing it, it was pretty good. And it was yeah, it's something I really like doing, is just refining processes and finding the most efficient way to do stuff. And I think my bookkeeping is fun. The only thing that sucked this year was PayPal. Okay, we're gonna add some rivets. All right, so we're done with that piece. And then we have... I feel like I should flip this the other way. Like, honestly, this is the right direction. But if the pauldron's not... Oh, it is... Oh, it is symmetrical, and it is the top of a pauldron. All right, cool. So it doesn't matter then. It's going to be the same thing on either side. So what is... Cool, so we'll go with, it should be like the... Okay, cool. I was going to work on the other parts first and come back around to finishing that part later, but we don't have to worry about it. Alright, so... Because before I end up doing that part across the chest, I want to make sure I've got all the pieces underneath going. I don't need stuff to be too crazy here. But I want some guidelines for when I'm trying to do this later. This is like a belt. Alright, cool. I don't know, this is what always cracks me up about some of... Like, I'm trying not to, like, draw stuff naked, like... But when I'm getting in trouble on Twitch, because I paused, because there's, like, an ambiguous butt on screen, and it's like, what am I supposed to draw the clothes over? My God. So now I have to stress over when I pause to, like, run to the restroom on Twitch. I'm just like, why? Why are you like this? Alright, so we got this somewhere kind of mid-thigh. No, it should be up more. Because this would actually show... Yeah, it does go back up. So there's one that goes through here, like that. And this one has a thing here. You know, it's funny. So when I say I'm on a backlog grind, one of those things is that there's a few of these that have been on my plate for a while, and it's getting smaller. It's getting a lot smaller, and the wait times have been getting a lot shorter. But this one was a really big one. And then both me and the commissioner put it basically on hold for a moment. And it was something where at the time I was really pushing my skills, trying to do a sort of mech suit like this. And I was really kind of struggling and stretching my skills. Like this was just getting this far was a lot for me. And I want to say this was back in 2020. September 19th, 2020. My goodness. But essentially I just felt a little overwhelmed by it. But rather than, do the thing that you should do, which is ghost your commissioners and never speak to them again out of sheer embarrassment. That's, an absolute fucking joke. I'm obviously kidding. I was like, hey, I'm having a lot of trouble with this right now, and I'm really overwhelmed, and it's a really big project. And they were like, that is okay. I understand the circumstance. We'll come back around to it. Because all anybody wants to know is they're not fucking forgotten about, and that they're not like getting, you're not just taking their money and running. And so it's kind of awesome that I was able to wait for a little bit to get back around to this one, because this commissioner's patience is going to be rewarded by the fact that my skills have improved over time. Honestly, it's a pretty good investment. Because now that I'm approaching this, I feel way more comfortable. I've done some other armor commissions in between. And I've even drawn this armor itself before. And so this is going to be a big piece where there's like multiple armor pieces and everything like that, which is why I was excited about it. Like I can be really excited about an idea. And it's not the first time that I've bit off more than I can chew. And I've had to ask a commissioner if we can just put something on hold for a minute so they know why I'm not working on their commission. One of them, I was just really struggling with the landscape and some of the like background perspective I really wanted to try to push in it. And it just was getting really frustrating, and I was getting really frustrated every time I sat down to work on it. And I felt like I was spending so much time getting nowhere that I was kind of starting to dread working on the commission, right? Which is normal feelings. And the commissioner wasn't telling me anything looked bad or whatever. Like, this is all internal pressure that I had on myself. And the drawing not meeting the standard of like that concept I had in my head, So rather than like entirely run from the situation or anything like that, I went, all right, let me take a break, wait till I find the appropriate inspirations and such, give stuff a moment to breathe, and I'll let you know when I am able to make some more headway on it, And the commissioner understood. I took my time, and in the end, I felt like I actually was able to get them a picture that I was proud of instead of something I felt that was rushed or not perfect or, you know, something that wasn't worth paying or waiting for. And I still had a lot of fun with it because I was able to set it down for a minute. And then one day I was scrolling my dash and I saw an image and I'm like, oh my God, that's it. It was like just the right like image of a road with a sunset or like trees or something like that that I couldn't figure out or find the right like image for. And like that was it. I was able to I was able to actually like do that. How does this part go? Wait, what? It's not symmetrical? Is it? What? Wait. Where does the point go? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. We're just gonna go. Is it pointed in the front? Alright, there might be pieces I'm coming back later. Let's see if I can do the extended leg first. I'm having trouble trying to warp the image. Because this one's kobold sized, and this armor is kobold sized. But the scale of this armor is not supposed to be kobold sized. So it's not working on the legs. The scale of the legs here. Do you guys see what I mean? Wait, what fucking layer? Oh my God, I've been drawn on the wrong layer. That's fine, I didn't ruin anything this time. I'll use green. But it's the same, like, very short leggy. Which is fine. Right? If we're talking kobold. But we have... I guess I could redraw it so they're more, with a longer foot. Instead. Which means this one would be more like this. Because, yeah, they're standing up on their toes in the ref. So I can modify this a little bit to kind of compensate. I think that's fine. Because the main point is that the knees need to stay where they're supposed to be. But honestly, I think that reads more koboldy. And then I think the proportions will fit as well a bit better than what I was trying to convert them to. If that makes sense. Do you follow? That's fine. You don't have to follow. As long as I know what I'm doing, everything's fine. Oh no, wait, I'm fucked. Alright, so... Alright, so... That's why I'm glad it took a moment though, because like I feel like that's not a proportion difference I was able to see before, and it's probably one of the things I was struggling, was not understanding how to make that look right. And part of my problem is because it wasn't going to look right. All right. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. All right, let me check this out real quick. Give me just a moment. Oh, hey. Oh, hey, you're in chat. Hey. do, do, do. Oh, God. I was in the zone. I didn't look at chat. Hang on. Work smarter, not harder theory. Absolutely. You're lazy, so you get things done quickly as possible with as few steps needed. Right, because you're still going to have to do the thing. That's why I'd rather do it one time the right way than have to come back and fix it a second time, because I don't want to have to deal with it again. One and done, baby. Ah, touch time. Trying to think what, oh God, that was a story for another place I worked. They had me setting up stuff. And they had the audacity to tell me I wasn't setting up fast enough. I was finishing just barely in the time. And this is when I was still really sick and doing my best. So I was showing up to work, and that was really hard. And some days I wasn't even able to do that. So when I came in and I gave my best, and they're like, that's not good enough. I'm like, oh, I'll show you not good enough. And I decided their process was stupid. It was inefficient, and it had me running around extra, and they had a cart. So I put all the shit I was supposed to go set up on the cart, and I walked around the place one time, and I finished 15 minutes early. And she was like, how'd you do that? And when I told her what I did, she was like, no, we're not doing that. And I'm like, fine, as long as I can do it that way when I have to do it. Efficiency. The point is off the heel, angled technically. Okay. How dare I be smart? That right there told me I didn't need to work there. I found a more efficient way to do this. And they're like, no. I'm like, bye. I'll go be efficient for myself, thanks. That's why I like the times when I had people who saw that I would do that, and they were like, go into the world and do your thing, Gremlin. Come back with the end product, however. And I'm like, yes. So, it's a bit annoying because the original commission working off as a rush job got done in a week. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. He probably wouldn't have time to do quite as much. So yeah, if there's anything we need to tweak on this one, definitely let me know. More than welcome to change anything I need to. The armor has been changed so many times, it's okay. Hell yeah. I got 20 minutes. Let's go. I think I am gonna keep these. Let's see if that helps. I guess. Let's see if this helps. I think this is supposed to kind of be. All right. I feel like that's not how you should have that. I'm gonna do it. You said make alterations. I'm gonna make alterations. Because if this one looks like it's right, the other one looks, yeah. So we won't follow that part too close. But we'll go with how it would look then if this were, alright, yeah, cool. Alright, so now we do I definitely feel like my skills for stuff have definitely leveled up. Trying to tackle something like this is not something I feel like I would have been able to do very well at some point. I feel like if I'd kept pushing when I did it, it would have been fine. That's not what I was talking about. I mean, like, back when I was in high school, there's no way I would have touched doing any sort of, like, mech or robot or mechanical type thing. It's just a lot. Then I worked in production and I stared at mechanical parts all day. And then I think of those sometimes when I make stuff. Like, look at that. We could just add a little... Alright, so... I definitely feel like giving this a knee piece is going to be helpful. Give it something a little bit interesting for shape. And then... what just happened? Not sure. Alright, there we go. Alright, so... Alright. Don't know that we're actually going to get to line art on this today. I fooled myself entirely what I set out for today. I just had a waking nightmare. I went to BRB and came back and forgot to switch back. And then I realized I was living the nightmare where I forgot to save. Woo! All right. And I'm not wearing pants. Ah! Wait, no. Oh, I am. That actually that sucks more. No, I'm kidding. I get to wear my pajamas if I want, so that's kind of cool. But also, I got tired of just wearing pajamas, so I got some. Man, alright, so Goodwill and a lot of the mainstream, like full, what do you call them, franchise? The franchise? Are they franchises? I don't know. But, like, a lot of places just started charging way too much for thrift stuff. And I've been finding that there's a lot of smaller local places that still actually have reasonable prices, which means I could actually afford getting some new pants. And I love them. And they're my work pants. But they're just basically not. They're not pajama comfy pants. They're just not pajamas. They're still comfy though. It'd be horrible. Just make myself like office attire every day for no reason. Actually, okay, so it's very interesting because working for myself and working in my own my own environment, it can be an interesting task to not get distracted doing like housework or basically like trying to distinguish what time it is. Because when I was used to going somewhere and working, you would do your job and you clock out and then you leave. And then you go home and, I mean, some people still have jobs where they take work home with them and, so, but for mine specifically, I couldn't do production work. I had to do it at work and I got to go home. And, so while I'm at home and trying to work, it's like, okay, is today a day I'm supposed to be cleaning and meal prepping, or is today a day I'm supposed to be drawing? And it's kind of handy to have some kind of indicator. Doo doo doo. All right, there we go. I think I like that. And it kind of connects these. All right, so now I just want to play Overcooked. Oh, I haven't played that in so long. I'll speed run that shit. Now I don't know what the fucking speed runs for those are. Do they even have? I mean, they probably have a speed run for every game. Wait, I don't want that. I want it like. Do, 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 do. I don't have to wear pants when I work now. I don't. I can even lie to you guys and say I'm wearing pants, and I don't have to be wearing. I could be wearing a skirt. I could be wearing a hot dog costume. I could be wearing a fursuit. It's the fun thing about VTubing. Big stretching. You can't see the stretching though. Oh, all right. Do, 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 do. Not sure how much I like that. Alright, we'll probably work on the upper body for a second here. I don't mind if it's gonna take me a minute. And I need to like revisit and redraw like one or two pieces. For the most part, as long as I have the majority good, I can probably start the line art next time. Oh no, wait, what? Oh shit, it's up there. Oh god, that's right, I did that, I forgot. Alright, alright, alright. It's fine, it's fine. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Alright, so we've got tail here, but we've got... This is not where the kobold tail goes. This is gotta be like mechanical or something. Alright, so... Okay. Alright, so... No. We're leaving we're leaving hands for later, Skuttz. Oh? That's not right. How the fuck? Alright, this is where a reference photo comes in later. Question mark, hand. It's okay to not know what something looks like. It's now okay to keep trying to draw it over and over again without a reference. So I will go find a reference. And I will do this the less irritating way. We have resources. Use them. Alright. Sorry, I'm just happy to be drawing. I think that's almost always the case. I was stressing before stream and I'm just like, I'm like, why? I don't want to work. I'm like, why don't I want to work? Well, it's not that I don't want to work, it's that I didn't want to draw the kobold animation when I wanted to get headway on some commissions. And so it's like, okay, so I want to be working in a different direction right now. So I just went with that way. Once again, it's something I started a while ago, so at this point I would love to see it done. But also my skills have leveled up and met kind of what I was trying to do now. And I feel like this is a lot easier. Not that this is easy. It's still a lot of details and bits and pieces. But it's not as daunting, I think, as it felt before. All right. Then we have the chest armor here. Trying to think about which way the shapes go. I think that's one of the hardest things starting out. And just one of the things I've built up over time is that library of knowledge of like how stuff looks at different angles and what shape it is. And just trying to think in my head, like if it were in the other spot, what would it look like right now? Am I always right? Not always, but the more I try, the more I have references, the easier it gets to sort of have that 3D model in my head around where shit should be. I try not to envision like full pictures and things, but what I do try to think about is like when I rotate stuff or see it from a different angle, what it looks like. And I feel like that's really hard if you don't actually go and find a reference to learn from. Hang on. I got fucking seasonal allergies like a motherfucker. I'm allergic to all the bushes in my neighborhood. And the pollen's doing me. Just gonna, I think I need to switch allergy medication because it's not helping. And I'm not sick. It is 100% allergies. Alright, give me... No, we're finishing the hand first. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I sound stuffy for a second then. I'm like, why am I not breathing? Like, I keep holding my fucking breath. I'm like, oh. I'm trying not to mouth breathe into the microphone, but at the same time I can't breathe out of my fucking nose. So the answer is to just hold my breath, I guess. That's super efficient. Makes sense. I'm going to get so much done. I feel like that should be splayed out more. All right. Red. Wait, they should have longer stabby claws. Yes. I think it's a little bit too big. But there's a tool for that. Right. All right. The one thing that sucks about traditional art for sure. I might change that up later. We will see. That still feels very large compared to her face. I think that's a bit better. All right. think I'm gonna do something else with that arm. I'm just not gonna worry about it too much. There's a few pieces where I feel like I need to fill in some stuff, but I might wait until I get there with wait till I get there with the line work so I can kind of see what needs to have what done. All right. Well, shit. I think the sketch is actually almost done here. Because I don't know what I want to do with the hand. But I feel like I can do maybe... Let's see. All right. Does that actually need to be there? Because it's not actually like strapped onto her face that way. This is like a helmet. More than a mask? Urge to draw wild beads rising. I don't know why I just the no pants joke, it made me think of the fact that my VTuber is sitting here and you can't see the bottom of half of her, and like it's too bad I'm stuck with limitations on what I can do with the model, because it would be hilarious if she was a centaur. It's like she's not wearing any pants because she's got another horse part. Like she's just horse, more horse. Aggressive blinking and art noises will have to suffice. I'm sorry. I have different music to listen to. I'm so sorry. All right. Just more. It's just more horse all the way down. It's like the Kobold Tower, but more horses. I am the collective. We are Borg. Oh no, the kobold. The kobold collective mind hive. Mm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I don't know, I feel like listening to Offspring while drawing this is appropriate enough. Alright. Hmm. Hmm. Instead of the Tower of Babel, it's the Tower of Bold. What? God, what was the fucking Tower of Babel? I just remember the SCP Foundation definition of it. Alright. Ah. Ah, come on. Alright. Massive tower that held the knowledge of all languages and cultures. No low battery warning. What are you talking about? I literally just charged you and took you off the charger. Alright. And the top of it also reached heaven? But for the Tower of Bold, it's all just a kobold hive mind reaching the moon. This is fair. This is true. Alright. Alright. I think I want to erase this part. Alright, so I have one kobold-ish. Now we are at where I thought I was going to start the stream at. I severely miscalculated where I needed to go to even start. But we're here now, it's fine. To the moon with kobolds. Kobold space program. Yes. Because kobolds are very smart. Clearly, they understand the physics to stack themselves high enough. It's like Jenga. But with lizards. Okay, we're adding the weld beads. Leave me alone. So what a little knocked over line of coinage there. Leave me alone. Can I do it on the other side? Now I just want to solder something. Is that what this is? A giant weld bead? Let's see. I think that looks okay. And then we're just gonna go down here. Sorry, I'm feeling a little tired. Not trying to be low energy. Just trying to have maximum kobold output. It's very difficult to split my focus. There's been so much going on. And it's fine. I just am a tired Skuttz. I just want to turn my brain off and let her be fun. It's very hard to carry a conversation at the same time. Actually, I think I was even going to blow my nose, but I was obsessed. And that was back when I was sketching the hand and I drew the whole face. My fucking god. Alright, I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back. Give me like 5 minutes. All right, and we are back. Trying to decide how much I am going to keep drawing for. The line work's a little bit tedious on my hands. Oh, I didn't check if I got a response. I did not get a response. All right. In that case, I'm not going to go too hard or too far just yet. There we go. Doo, 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 doo. All right. So this had accents on the tips. Wait, in or out? Out. All right, there we go. My sketch was right. I was wrong. All right, so. Oh, I fucked that up. No, it was better first. It's fine. All right. I feel like this should actually come out a little bit more. We'll see. All right, this front piece needs to go basically right where the fucking chest piece is. So, all right, so just do that, and then he'll come through and erase. He's fine. Perfect. I just want to put weld beads everywhere. Add whatever I want, you say. Come back, you're like, what the fuck is this? Whew, this is a relatively new brush, so I'm trying to get used to the pressure sensitivity. It's very, 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 very light. Okay, it's looking good. So I will continue forward. What size brush am I using? Sorry for the incessant clicking of Control Z, by the way. You're just gonna have to live with that one. I'm doing my best. And by doing my best, I mean obsessively Control Zing and redrawing stuff. No, I'm kidding. I try to like count, like to 3 or so, and I'm like, all right, I've had my warm ups, and if I'm not done by the 5th try, I'm like, I need to leave it alone and come back later. Otherwise, it's just like redrawing shit too much for no reason. And then there's a, I think there's a big scratch. Oh yeah, my hand is starting to cramp. Line art's always a little more intense than sketches and trying to keep like lines tidy. Okay. Oh, we have part of the pauldron going. What else? I think I might actually need something that's smaller than 10. Let's try 8. That's good. I like this. Yes, yes. I think 10's just a bit too big. Alright. Alright, so I'm not sure what next. Not sure how much longer I want to do this. What time is it? How long have I been doing this? And we've been streaming for about 2. I've been drawing for about... Alright, we'll go just a little bit longer. See what I can get going here. I feel like the the middle part of the body is what gives away that she's still a kobold. The legs are a little bit longer, and the torso is definitely still a little bit stout. I definitely the peridot limb enhancers. It made me notice. I think they changed her scale a little bit in the cartoon to work with and without them, but I'd have to go back and check. It might have just been the art style evolving or the issues they had with using different studios. One of them was more inconsistent on the model. on the models than the other, if I remember correctly. Actually, I think those are done. Yeah, it's fine. All right. Gonna draw the belt over top last, so I'm not fucking with shit behind it or underneath it. Do. All right. I think that looks okay. I don't know what else to talk about. Trying to think what else has been up to lately? What else has been happening? Oh, I went out for Easter, and the thing that I hate the most happened. And it's why I hate doing art in social situations. When it's not like sitting in the corner with my sketchbook, like that's fine. When nobody else is doing art stuff, that's fine. But if we are doing like explicitly an art activity, I hate it. And I was like, no, I'm good. And they were like, come on, Skuttz, come paint egg. And I'm like, no, it's fine. I'm good. And they're like, okay, well, they're over here, you know. And then they were like, oh, how come you haven't painted eggs? Like, oh, you're good at art. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly why I don't want to do an egg. So eventually, social anxiety kicks in and I need a minute because I don't know everyone there. So I grab an egg and a fucking pen and I go sit outside for a minute and I doodle some fucking abstract bullshit design with like 2 paint pens. And it was just something to like de-stress. And I'm like, cool, it's not like Easterish at all, but like it's neat. And then I went in and everybody was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, yeah. And I did another one that was sort of like I just kind of took a brush and I put blue paint on one side and yellow paint on the other. And I dragged it in a ribbon and kind of smeared it around the egg. Kind of like you see them do with like watercolors and stuff. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I don't know. I thought that was neat. And so that's kind of what I was inspired by. And so then I took the yellow and I kind of did the underbelly of the dragon. And then I took the blue and I did it sort of in a random dotty pattern along the top half as like it was scales, you know? And it was just like, I told the friend I went with that I was just gonna do fun stuff. I was gonna keep it easy, and I wasn't gonna like spend 6 hours decorating an egg. I don't need to shrimp and cramp my hand. So I'm like, I get to do like some dumb fun things, but I don't get to go crazy. And so I was just like having fun with it, and so I did those two, and then uh, I'm sitting there and I hear someone go, "Oh wow, who did this one?" And they're like, "Oh wow, of course it was Skuttz. Wow, we were gonna have a contest to see who had the best egg, but why have a contest now? They'd just win." And I was just so put out. Like, none of my eggs looked remotely Easter at all, and I honestly wouldn't have voted for my own because they were neat art wise, I guess, but like everybody else did Easter themed ones. And I'm like, you guys fit the holiday. I was trying to not be in the same thing as everybody else so that they wouldn't get put out. So, anyways, the thing that I didn't want to happen happened, and I was like, fuck. And I just, no matter what anybody makes, it's cool. I thought what everybody else made was really cool. Like, somebody did like the egg was just all black, and then they took like white and did a really thin, tight spiral down it, and it like, that they did like these little um like I think it was like red and blue bits, like little spots here and there, and it just gave me very like Nightmare Before Christmas vibes. Like if Jack Skellington painted an eggie, it would look like that. I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. And then somebody else, see, everyone's like, oh my god, your stuff is so cool. I'm like, I just sat down and spooted the paint on there. Someone else painstakingly took the colors that we were given, which were all right. It was acrylic paint, but it was like red, blue, and yellow, and you want to have the right shades to mix, or you get muddy purples, and it's difficult to really mix anything. And then we had black and white. And someone had managed with the fussy colors and the acrylics to get a really nice gradient going, and I was really impressed by it. I thought that was like super cool. And then they did tiny little like daisies over it. And I was like, that one was my favorite. I thought it was cute. It looked like Easter. And then some, so it's just like, I don't know. Like, it's subjective, but to not even have a thing, and I was just like, that's okay. God damn it. Scott's not making art. Okay, that's it's a whole different art competition. We're supposed to be having fun. I don't want to make my friends feel bad and quit art, man. It was the same thing that happened in high school, though. It's part of the thing that I feel like has caused me to hold back as an artist. It's the one thing where I'm like, I joke about I'm never doing art at a party again or something like that. But realistically, I've kind of gotten over it, and that's why I ended up making something. I just I never put anybody else down for their stuff. I always try to hype everybody else up. Like you guys, you've seen me. Like I might, if I critique something, I try to make it constructive, and like it's not like I'm like, oh my god, this sucks. You know, I like to build up small artists. I think that like we're a community, like we learn from each other. Um, do do do, and I don't think that like yeah, one thing should necessarily be mean that somebody else is worse or like it happened back in high school where I would have other students look at the art that I was drawing, and they'd be like, wow, you're so good at art, I don't even know why I should try. And I would feel so fucking bad when I was at a table of students who all were like, yeah, you kind of make me feel like I shouldn't even bother. And like, what the, like, I don't know what I do with that, you know? And poor me felt like extremely bad about these other kids, you know, expressing that. And it's a difficult one because on one hand, like, it's understandable, but they were comparing their skills with mine instead of like focusing on their own stuff. And they were unintentionally making me feel so bad. And it was one of the things where I held myself back and I didn't give my all. I told a story about how I did a skateboard design and I didn't even try my hardest because I didn't want to win. And part of it was because it was a contest, and I'm like, cool, somebody else can win the contest and feel good. And I still won the fucking contest. And everyone's like, wow, of course Skuttz won. And I was like, fuck, just fucking try. Try and make art. Have passion. Love it. Love it if you win or lose. Just goddamn it, make art and stop trying to get good, scrub. I draw so fucking much. This isn't just like something that happens. This is something I'm fucking dedicated as hell to. And if those kids skipped on their no, don't. That's horrible. Don't. This is not advice. It's just what I did. If those kids skipped on their homework when they got home and drew all day too, they probably would have been really good at art, but their other grades would have been really bad, like mine. So they put their time into somewhere else, and I put mine in unknowingly into my future. I thought homework was a waste of my time. It wasn't that I was stupid. It's that my grades started slipping when grades started relying more on homework scores than they did on tests. Because when we did tests, I did fine. I set the curve. I got 100%. I get like, unless it's math, then I get dyslexia and I cry. I am, that's not my strong point. Anyway, I got the Tetris spatial awareness. I didn't get the mental math capabilities. Yeah, shut up, kids, in a Bub's voice. Takes thousands of hours to get to the point you're at, and they were starting in the tens. Yeah, exactly. Some of these students were learning how to draw in this class, and like I was bored out of my fucking mind because we were learning about shading and color theory. And it was nice to learn it, but I learned it again and again in every art class I had, in varying degrees of explanation. So it was just... it was basic stuff. And then the rest of it was me being an art gremlin. All right, I'm starting to lose a little bit of my my stability here in my drawing hand. So I think this might be a decent spot for me to kind of wrap this up because I need to draw that hand, but I need a ref, and then I need to figure out what I'm doing with the other hand because I don't like what it's doing. It bores me. It doesn't have enough oomph. Although, there was a part of me that's been kind of nervous about this commission because I've, like, when I, like, it was a little, big for what I'd set out for back then. And so I still, like, sometimes you can think something is still that big scary monster when it's not. And I had the skills to blow through like half the line art almost. All right, probably not half, maybe a third. And that's actually a pretty good intricate part of the armor. I'd say almost half, yeah. I honestly want to keep going, but I really, I don't want to overdo it on my hand. It's only 8:30. 8:30 is pretty late for a YouTube stream. All right. Said I was done. What am I doing? I can't stop. All right. Yeah, I can't make smooth motions. We're good. We're fine. This is rad. I'm so stoked I made it this far. Gonna go ahead and save it. And then, oh, I don't know what I'm doing with myself the rest of tonight. I might be on Twitch. Stream games on Twitch or clean house? Maybe I'll clean for a minute. I need to see if I can vacuum. If that doesn't lay me out, I'll be on. How about that? Sweet. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I think we're going to be working on this next week. I'm going to do the kobold animation offline. It's a lot to think about, and it's going to be a very quiet stream of me working it out. So, yeah, it's a little bit much when I'm not actively used to it. I did do a little storyboard on a sticky note, though, so it's holding up a video, and I'm gonna try to get it done. But I guess I felt like making a little bit of progress here first. It looks incredible so far. Thank you, Bootsy. I appreciate it. All right, everybody take care, stay safe out there, and I can't wait to see this one keep coming along. There's more to it, so next time we'll probably map out some of that. All right, see you next time. Bye-bye.